Let me show you a couple of things that should concern you. The first story comes from The Blaze. Carefully worded statement reveals FBI seized more documents from Biden property, this time his vacation home. Okay, this happened yesterday. They searched for about 3.5 hours. FBI agents say they discovered no classified documents, but they did seize material from Biden's tenure as vice president. So they did this. They took stuff from his house. Why? This is a sitting president. Why? We know the DOJ is in Biden's pocket. We know that the administration has weaponized the FBI for the left. But is that the president or is that deep state that has done this? This is extraordinarily disturbing that they're going into a sitting president's house and doing this, and we don't really know what's going on. We haven't even had a discussion. We just accept it. What will that mean for the next president and the president after that? Hunter Biden also yesterday admitted the laptop is his and that he left it and that's his laptop. This is some sort of twisted strategy to now go after all those who reported on the laptop because they didn't have a right to that information. But now, after how many years of all of us knowing, including those in the press, everyone knowing that that laptop is real, now he finally comes out and says it's real. Will anyone in the press care? Or will they follow the next bouncing ball and go after all those who talked about it? Remember, the FBI and the CIA and NSA, they have loaded themselves in to all of the big tech companies. They are everywhere in big tech. Why? Why is that happening? What is the government and big tech doing? Are they protecting you, or are they protecting people like, Hunter Biden or Kathy Hochul? The kind of a theme that you need to have always with you now is, I know who has lied to me over and over again. I know who has lied to me. Do you know who's told you the truth or tried to tell you the truth to the best of their ability? Who is making corrections in the errors of their way? That is crucial. Bill Maher is doing this. Bill Maher is making corrections in the errors of his way. He's like, you know what? I didn't see this. I didn't believe this. This has got to stop. Who's doing that? And who's just doubling down on their lost credibility? The media told us 2 weeks ago that nobody's coming after your gas stove. Do you remember that clearly? We told you this was something that had to do with the E and the ESG. We showed you that it was an environmentalist movement and a research paper from that environmentalist group that the Department of, what was it that, it's not labor, that Trumpka is in charge of. Can't remember, but one of the departments he's the head of, he came out and he said, we're looking into the gas stove things. It could be really very, very dangerous. And then they said, no, that's not true. That's not happening. Well, in Governor Hochul's new budget, she has proposed several things that are nuts, but this is one of them. Hochul's budget plan would ban the sale of gas stoves and other fuel-powered heating equipment by 2030 and require that all new buildings be zero emission starting in 2028. Smaller buildings would be required to go green in 2025. So now who's lying to you? Who's lying to you? Is Kathy Hochul just making this thing up? Or has this been discussed for a long time and she's just willing to do it because she knows I just got reelected? It's not going to be a problem here. What you're dealing with is absolute evil. Evil. Now, let me give you direct evidence. Stu, how would you feel if you wanted to go to a doctor and you knew the doctor was an atheist, but a really good doctor? What would you do?
I probably would just go to the doctor and not care really what religion he was. It's kind of his situation.
Kind of his situation. Right. As long as he's a really good doctor, right. Now, how would you feel if you found out your doctor was a practicing Satanist, but he was the best doctor in that field?
It's a good question. Like, I don't necessarily, and a huge swath of our audience is going to be offended by this. I don't necessarily consider Satanism to actually be a religion. So I would probably be pretty skeptical of their general judgment in that case.
Would you go to them?
I don't think so, no.
Yeah, okay. I wouldn't. There's no thought with me. Oh, you're a Satanist, really? Not coming to you. Okay, no thanks. No. How would you feel if the hospital was a Satanist hospital?
Yeah, I'd pick a different hospital in that.
Pick a different hospital. Mm-hmm. There is a new health clinic in New Mexico being opened by the Satanic Temple. They're actually going to name the facility the Samuel Alito's mother's Satanic Abortion Clinic. So they are now opening up an abortion clinic, and they are providing free of charge as part of the Satanic Temple's abortion ritual. You'll still have to pay for your medication in pharmacy. Typical cost is about $90. So you can get your abortion free as part of a satanic ritual. Now, they put those in quotation marks because they want you to know, well, we're just fooling around here. We're not really the Satanic Temple. We're just trying to make a point. We're not really doing rituals with it. Really? Ha!
Yeah, because I think their goal seems to be to make a point there and, I guess, own the conservatives. But, man, if it doesn't track with exactly what I believe is true in this case, it's like you seem to be making our point. The fact that the Satanists are adopting this process as central to their being is pretty telling. And honestly, I think it tracks perfectly.
Right. And they are going to be receiving government benefits and privileges because it's a religious organization, but without a deity. They don't really believe in Satan. And what they're trying to do is open this up. Now, they say this is going to be, doctors are going to be fine working there, and there's going to be really good qualified doctors. I would question any doctor that worked at the Satanic Abortion Clinic. Everybody's like, oh, this doctor is a Catholic, and he won't perform abortions at Our Lady of Weeping and Open Sores. What? I can't see. Really? But you'll go to a Satanist, and a Satanist will, a doctor will go, I'm fine with the Satan thing, whatever. I'm doing a good thing and a good service. Boy, if this doesn't make you question absolutely everything that you think you know, I don't know what does.